Very nice message here, Sagittarius. I really like this one. The universe is responding to you because of the difficult situations that you may have been going through. So, fated to suffer is kind of like looking at things and going, yeah, it's just my lot in life. Or looking at a relationship or a situation and always expecting to have it be difficult where you feel the suffering. Protection is talking about needing to protect your thoughts, being mindful about the way that you see these situations. Because I think that, once you start clearing that up, that's when unexpected blessings are going to come through. I think that you're going to be surprised about a situation that you have always viewed as difficult. Yeah, Eight of Wands and then Nine of Pentacles, so quickly moving into this place where you get to enjoy the abundance that you have created for yourself, which is great. Eight of Wands, communication, things happening quickly. I feel like you're going to be surprised. You're going to be shown a different side of a situation that's going to make you feel better about things. And I don't necessarily think that you're in a victim mentality right now, but it's more of like, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all, right? You have to be careful about thoughts like that. And your overall, there it is, the Nine of Pentacles, which is great. So your focus being here right now and this kind of influencing everything that's happening around you is really saying that your attention needs to be on enjoying life right now and enjoying any abundance that you have around you. It's almost like a reminder of enjoying, all of the things that you have, all the material things that you have, because then that's what creates more, right? In the past, the Two of Cups. Now, the other part of the Nine of Pentacles are talking about independence. And the only reason why I bring this up is because of fated to suffer. If we're looking at a connection that you had in the past with someone, it may be you realizing now that you don't need to be dependent on them, or that you don't need to be in a situation where somebody is dependent on you. Because this is about you enjoying life, you enjoying abundance. But with the Two of Cups, clearly we're talking about an emotional connection. Ace of Wands, a new opportunity popping up. So for some of you, it could be a relationship that you've had in the past coming back through. There being this passion being ignited and wanting to, see where a new beginning would lead. But you're not... It's like, how do I put this? You're okay no matter what happens. If we're talking about a relationship or a connection and there being an opportunity here with the Nine of Pentacles, you're not tied to any type of outcome happening here. But this is good. Future conditions, the Eight of Swords. So, and this may be where we're looking at protecting your thoughts, right? If things may have been difficult with a connection with somebody, the Eight of Swords is kind of saying in future conditions, don't trap yourself in a certain way of thinking when it comes to the possibility of a new beginning with a relationship. And the relationship could be any. It could be family, it could be romantic, it could be a friend, whatever. It's about the emotional connection that you have had. And clearly, there is a passion to want to see where a new beginning would go, but you're kind of in a place where it's like, It's like I can't get past the things that I remember. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just I almost feel like, do you even really want to go down this path again? And we'll see. Yeah, so standing up for yourself with the Seven of Wands, your best path to follow, you know, making it clear where you stand and not allowing something to come through that's going to knock you down from your position. You know, this is where I'm at with this. But it's all about you being okay regardless of whatever is going on. But this is like, don't compromise, right? Don't compromise, you know, your ability to enjoy your life and what you have for a connection that you may not even be interested in restarting. In your environment, the Knight of Swords, so this is, you know, abrupt, direct communication and action. And I feel like for you, this is how you're responding to this Ace of Wands. Like, you know, let me just be real clear about what I think about this. And it's almost like no matter what, you're not going to change the way that you think. And I don't necessarily feel like you're not open to it. But I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at you standing up for yourself and your independence and making that very clear to someone coming through that clearly you have feelings for. Your hopes and your fears, the Page of Wands. It's almost like fearing that this person doesn't have the ability to kind of follow through. It's like being naive about where things are heading. You know, I kind of get the feeling that you're dealing with somebody that you know hasn't really thought it through. You know, and that's the other thing here. This may be somebody who is impulsive. But I don't, you're not changing the way that you view it. And no matter what is said or done, it's not going to knock you off of your ground. Like, I'm not going to be swayed by, you know, this kind of communication of, oh, things will be so great. We could do this, we could do that. You're like, yeah, I'm pretty firm in how I stand right now. And I feel like you've been very clear about that too. Now, you know, the hope there would be that maybe things can go in a different direction. You know, and I kind of go back to the whole you being surprised about something becoming easier where it may have been difficult. But the blessings are coming to you, not to your connection with somebody. It's for you. Wow, man. And then coming out the Moon. Now, I think that, and let me clarify this, because I'm looking at this and I'm going, it's not about your fears in your like anxieties that are preventing you from, you know, getting rid of this kind of thought pattern. No, I think that you're really firm in the way that you see things, and it's not going to be changed. And you don't see a way around that because you realize that things are not what they appear to be with the Moon. So it's not about your fears and anxieties. It's about realizing that you're not seeing a situation for what it is, but it doesn't matter because you've already made it clear where you stand. Whew. Yeah. Death. The King of Swords, yeah. And then the Four of Swords. You're really needing for this to be over with in a way where you can experience something different, and I think it's more about you. But clearly here with death, right, there is no coming back from this. There may be a passion ignited, but because things are so well for you right now, you're not going to budge. You're not going to this is not about something being resurrected. That's not what's happening here. The way that you've looked at it before is like, yeah, this is over with. The relationship may be transitioning or transforming into something else, but with the King of Swords, you're really coming from a place where you're communicating from clarity of thought and using logic, and because there's no emotion happening. The emotion may have been there before, but you realize that your emotional attachment to this person is not what's more important. What's more important is you feeling secure and being able to enjoy what's going on in your life, right? But the King of Swords, I like in this case, especially with you being direct and honest. It might be abrupt and it might be hurtful, but it's not like it's coming from a place where it's not the truth. You know, and this is clearly the divine masculine coming out and making things very clear. And then you move into the Four of Swords, where you just need to take a break from it, take a break from this person, because you realize that they're not coming from a place of change. It's like they're still the same. That passion clearly is there, and there is the opportunity to begin again. But I don't see you doing it, because what's more important right now is you. And then not only that, but I love the part of this with the moon where your intuition is telling you very clearly that things are not what they appear to be. Now, the other thing too is when it comes to people in your life and you knowing how they are, right? Like you know how they are, you know how they act, but you have this emotional attachment, and here's this opportunity to begin again. It's not about you holding the past against them. That's not what this is. It's just that you know that when it comes to the two of you, there is just no way around this, like, how do I put this? I'm sorry, Sag. Seeing it and saying it are two very different things, and I've always been that way. Let me just shut up. You're not holding the past against them no matter what. But your view is, this is where I stand, and I don't see a way around that. But that's because what they're showing you is not clear, right? And it's over. Like, it's a different relationship now. You certainly don't feel the same way. But I love the clarity of communication and using logic and reason as to why, you're holding your ground. Tranquility, yeah. So, again, it's about you being able to enjoy what you have in your life right now, needing that tranquility, wisdom, and detachment, yeah. So rather than holding on to the negative parts of the situation, right, you're seeing it through the eyes of wisdom and understanding and detaching yourself. But it's because you need to maintain that tranquility in your life. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons, yeah. And then Scorpio got this too. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. And I think that that's what you're doing, especially with the King of Swords. Even though it's really harsh and it's really direct, I feel like it's something that this person needs to hear. And, for you, I look at the narrow pathway and think, yeah, you could take advantage of this situation. But where is it going to go if things aren't clear, things aren't, fully transparent with the moon, right? But for you, it's more about new situations happening.